us. Alright. Let's see if everyone's ready. Yeah, why did Kat and Eli didn't even need to be in a call together?
Nope.
Oh. Okay, so Kat says she's ready. And I didn't really translate if anyone else said they're ready. Okay. I got confirmation from 2. Tanker's ready. Alright, there we go. Alright, welcome to the first annual BZPRPG League. Even though only one member in this current match is from BZPRPG roots, our 2 casters are, and may as well call it that, because that's what all our branding is. Alright, as we're getting into the ban phase, the first ban goes to the mutes. Who do you think they're gonna ban on attack?
If I had to guess, Glass.
Glass? Really? I was thinking
After
a
how the
shield,
last
like
match went?
a blitz or something. You were right, Glass. Alright, so what do you think? Do you think we're gonna see another Ying ban here, or are we gonna see something more out there?
We might
like
well see a Ying ban. What I expect is a defensive Cav ban when we get to these people.
Yeah.
Just to fuck with the meme strats.
We might see a Valk or a Blackbeard here. I wouldn't be surprised on that either. Finka!
Finka! I can believe it. Grav plays Finka a lot.
Yeah, Eli plays a lot of Finka, and Kat's been playing Finka today because she just got her, so... Makes a lot of sense. Now here's this Cav ban that you might have been talking about. We'll see if it actually comes true. Or Valk. Yep, there's the Cav ban. Ooh! Alright, so now, oh, it's on Chalet. This is the 5-round match. I forgot to change the house.
Whoops. The meme mutes have been thrown into disarray.
And Elysian. Not surprised there. That's entirely a targeted ban against Kanker. They really figured out who the stronger of the 2 members were there. Alright, so this is now they're gonna have 5 rounds straight of attack because this is the match we were supposed to be playing, but they don't realize that shit. But they'll have fun. This is gonna be a nice long ride here. Alright, so now we're going to see what their operator picks are. It seems like they're going for the expected garage play. My question is, neither of these 2 are very known for bringing a denial of hard breachers. I wonder if we're going to see it.
No, we are not.
I mean, they're still the 6th pick, potentially. But a Frost and an Alibi is an interesting way to start it. Will Hib and Ash, pretty typical. I think it's probably one of the strongest 2v2 setups, if that's what they're going for. Kanker's been playing a lot of Hib, and apparently the Law is someone to kind of watch out for on the Ash as far as, you know, his own abilities go. But that's mostly just because Ash is the only op he's got.
Speaking as a Hib and Ash main, that Frost may fuck him up.
That Frost, and also that Alibi. If they're flicking to heads, that Alibi's going to ruin their day.
Attackers need to
Looks like we didn't see any 6 picks come out, so let's see how this goes. I have to move this thing now. This is a whole thing. Yep. Oh, so how do I use this? What are the controls? It's going to be new to me. Alright, so control to change the floors. Okay, so we can see their setup going on here. Looks like Grav is setting up some stuff here, and we got an Alibi set up behind the snowmobile. Interesting strat. They've made their rotate. Let's see if I can figure out how to spectate an individual player. Alright, enter, and I can now spectate. So we're on Kanker's drone. How do I swap between cams? Is it with Q and E?
10 seconds remaining.
No.
5 seconds.
We'll figure it out soon, hopefully. I don't know how to use this thing. Maybe this might have been something to figure out at some point.
Attackers' objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it. A bomb has been located.
Controls. This first round may have a bit of a technical difficulty. Customize controls. Alright, spectator controls. How do I follow players? Oh, I can use them with okay, but how do I get to their actual perspective? Is it V? No. Okay. Sorry about these technical delays. We'll get into the action soon once your casters learn how to use this tool. Toggle view mode. This is unassigned, that's why. Try O. Okay. There we go. So now we have Kanker's view, and we can see him doing a pretty stereotypical push into the garage. Seems like he's used up all his X-Cars pellets to make one crown, so he won't be...
Reloading!
Oh, but we immediately get a pick from the Ash onto the Frost. So let's see how our alibi is going to respond if I can find her on buttons. It's not working. So, let's, how do I... Oh, we're in a gunfight. I'll figure it out later. Alright, so we can see Kanker holding the angle.
In connector, alibi seems to be. Which...
Tossing stun grenade.
Looks like she's rotated a bit to Wine Cellar. I think she might have some sort of decoy set up because she seems to be holding perfectly still. And Kanker reads this and decides he's just going to go for the plant. Oh, but there's the spray through the wall from the alibi. Looks like she was completely ready for that. And the Ash has been tagged, so she knows his position entirely. And thankfully, we somehow got switched to her view when Kanker died. I don't know how, but I'll take it.
Fortunate.
Alright. So now the Ash is in a okay position because she has the health advantage, but Diffuser is on the ground, and Alibi is watching it with a tight angle. There's 59 seconds on the clock. The Ash has time to make this work. We'll see if they rotate off of the garage, though, or if they decide to push just continuing into the garage. In which case, it should probably be an easy kill for the Alibi.
Rotating off and coming from a different direction seems to be the only
here comes
play to
the
make
drone.
here, but it's not the one that he seems to be going for.
Oh, the drone missed her. Just went past. I don't think it saw her on the stairs. Oh, nope. It might have just seen her at the very end. And it's gone. But at this point, Alibi's position is given away, but will it matter? There's 27 seconds left on the clock. She's got a tight angle. Diffuser's on the ground. Let's see how this plays out.
Ash seems to be going for it.
And it looks like they do have cams in play, because they keep getting these spots. Alright, Ash is crouching in. Oh! Oh, and she wins the gunfight! That is Ash's gun for you.
Huh. Unexpected.
Gotta get out of this view mode. Alright, so what I want to figure out is how I can... Oh, you know what it probably... I think I know what it is. I think 1 through 5 are on attacking teams, so if I do 6 and 7, I'll probably swap to Cat and Grav. Because, like, every player has their own number, and I assume since there's only 4, I'd only have to go through 1 through 4, so I could swap between Kanker and Harry, or in the law. I don't know what I should call him. I don't know his real name. But yeah. Alright, so that was a surprising round. It seems that the Law's Ash is something to be feared in this matchup. And this time we'll see Grav take that alibi. And Cat switches to the Echo. Now, whether she's going to stick this or not, I'm not sure. She's played a fair amount of Echo, but it seems like a risky pick in a 2v2. But we'll see. Six pick is coming out now, and... Oh, yep, there's the Echo swapping off. I don't think we can check. I think we have to check once we're in-game. Oh, and there's a mute. Alright, looks like they've decided they don't want to deal with a garage push this time. Just stop that in its tracks.
Locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yeah, I believe the Law's first name's Ludwig.
Ludwig, you're right. You're right.
Attackers.
So we can see them setting up again. Once again, Cat does her patented strat of I don't like impacts and I want my impacts back and I have a nitrocell and I don't know how to throw it, so I'll use it as an impact. Alright, so we see the same sort of setup being put in play, but this time with the loss of the frost mats and the barbed wire at the back, and whether or not that's going to affect them, we'll see.
10 seconds left before
looks like Cat's trying to now mute up just all the entrances, and she's probably going to be coming for the garage door now.
5 seconds to go.
Alright, and here comes the mute chamber for garage door.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Yep, I know how to get to everyone's view.
Ash can get rid of that by firing the drum hole, but I don't know if that's a strategy that the Law knows.
We will see. At the very least, I imagine Kanker would know, but, you know, this match has been full of surprises so far. Let's continue to see how it plays out. Yep, they've realized there's a mute jammer, and Kanker taking a risky game getting his drone in, but it worked.
Reload!
Alright, looks like he might have a plan here for the Law. Because otherwise, I can't imagine he would just waste his X-Carses after droning out the jammer.
Nope, there's some kind of plan here.
Well, maybe, maybe not. Looks like Alibi's setting up her own with that auto shotty that Grav is so famous for employing. Alright, so he's going to be peeking in, wide peeking into the main front door. It looks like Kanker's actually droning this out. Oh, and is the Law entering in up top? Yes, he has. He has just gained control of top floor. It's like no one even knows that he's here. But
Sneaky Ash.
he had a drone on the mute jammer. So, Alibi's checking cams, and the mute's going to be actually holding in tight in the basement hallway, expecting the push from the north side. Meanwhile, Kanker, after seeing that his drones didn't pick up much, has decided to push in from the front door. And does he know about this Alibi's location? It looks like he might. Oh! And what a flick! And he manages to take out the Alibi, but what a dangerous game. He is very low on health, and while we're talking about that, Ash cleans up on the mute. Walks on in. Ooh, that's gotta sting. That's Ash's gun for you. Alright, so far we've had 2 attacker wins in a row. They only have 3 more rounds on attacker. Dude, it seems like that Ash is what they really need to shut down at this point. At this point, deliberation seems to be going down. Cat seems to be struggling to find her defensive pick, considering her cav has been removed from the game. But we'll see what she settles on this time.
That's gotta sting.
Ooh, Vigil. This makes a lot of sense. If you don't have your cav, why not go Vigil? It seems like your enemy is employing drones anyway. You want to murder. Ash's gun keeps kicking your ass, so bring the SMG-12. Oh, but she's 6-picking off for that Vigil.
The R4C is perfectly balanced.
Yeah, obviously
As
the G36C is the superior weapon for its controllability. And a Vigil 6-pick to the Valk. Surprising! This is the first Valk I believe we've seen in the game, and it's on
Defenders
Cat,
protect your
not
bombs
Eli.
from being defused by attackers.
Let's take a look around. Let's see where she puts her cams. Oh, she's still running the shoddy. I don't know if you realized that, but, you know, she's committed. Alright, so she has one,
Attackers have discovered
objective
the
cam.
location of a bomb.
Alright, one to watch for this northern push. She sees the drone on the cam. That's one way to find it. Alright, now let's see where she puts this
Intel
third
gathering
cam.
at its finest.
Oh, nope, she thought about using the nitro cell for another impact wall, but she finally realized that she has a shoddy.
She
5
felt the
seconds.
judgment.
And she also didn't realize that she has Valk shoddy, so slight delay, and the round has started. She still has one cam on her. She managed to finally make the rotate, but let's see. And looks like the last cam is going to be dedicated to watching the stairways. Ooh, interesting spot. It's got a good view and it's pretty well hidden by the little outcropping.
But the question is what the strategy will be to deal with the garage push without a hard breach denial.
Well, it didn't seem to be a problem last time. Last time they just kind of walked into the rest of the map and killed him anyway, so...
It's a fair point.
Alright, so Kanker has once again begun droning out. She realized that the hatch is open, and that the Alibi might be playing in a similar location again. Meanwhile, the Law is setting up, I believe. No, he was thinking about going for that top again. Well, let's see. He's changed his mind. The Law is a fickle thing. It changes as new parties come into play, so, you know. This might be the Republican legislation. Why it's so grossly inefficient.
Already opened up garage.
This time it seems he's dedicated all of his X-Garrises. Oof, but that's got a sting just slightly off. So I don't know if he was planning on making a giant walkthrough path, or if he really did want that weird peek hole. Alright, he's got him back on his drone. And meanwhile, it looks like both defenders are... Ooh! Alibi holding a nasty little peek onto the garage, perhaps the strat they needed. And meanwhile, Kat's just checking her cam, seeing if she can find any intel on this push, if there's anyone trying to flank around, or if it's fully dedicated to garage. Alright, Law's just going to be holding that angle, hoping someone challenges her with the connector. And meanwhile, Kanker seems to be trying to put some pressure on the stairs. He shoots out the Valk cam, so the Valk will know he's in play up there. But he just backs off after taking out the cam and retrieving his drone.
He really wanted that drone. No man left behind.
Indeed. Well, clocks has ticked down. They're down to 54 seconds, and no real semblance of a push other than taking out this garage wall has come into play. We see Kanker droning it in. Playing it kind of risky droning that close, but I guess he trusts his buddy the Law to keep that angle covered.
Well, so far his trust has been rewarded.
The alibi is currently sneaking around from the north side. I think they're really wondering why this push is stalling out, and they're down to the last 30 seconds. It's gonna have to come out soon. Both
This
the
might be the first
Ooh.
defender win that we see by time.
And it looks like Kat has decided that she's just gonna go for a full-blown flank here. I think she was expecting the Hip to be
15
playing
seconds
from
left.
out here. Is she thinking about doing a potential run out here? No.
10 seconds remaining.
Alright, she's just gonna drop by. She's gonna
Reconsider.
join. And that's just a full auto spray. Ooh, and that's the wrong target. And it looks like a time win indeed. Attackers stalled out just far too long on their push.
Yep. That decoy certainly served its purpose. Misdirection and sleight of hand. There is shit talking going on, but I cannot actually see it.
It was just Kanker thinking that he should have pulled out that SMG and would have helped him in that fight. Whether or not he would have won it against the full auto blast of Eli at close range, hard to say. And it looked like Kat really just wanted that deagle kill in the mix, so... Alright, we might
A
potentially
smoke.
see a smoke come out. That'll be an interesting play. Smoke and Mirror, it seems they've decided that if they're going to be trying a bedroom hold, very interesting decision to go for bedroom on this map, but you know, maybe it'll catch the attackers off guard.
Well, after the redirection that we saw at the end of last round, I think that smoke and mirrors might be the best strategy that they can employ.
Ah. Alright, we'll see if any 6-picks will come out. So far, the attackers have been feeling pretty solid about their lineup. Haven't really needed that 6-pick at all. And it's worked out for them 2 out of 3 rounds, but, you know, maybe they've read
Probably
into
one
this.
of the best attacker compositions you could possibly make with only
Attackers
2
need to
people.
locate and defuse.
Although
as
the
many
hit
bombs
might
as
be
they
a bit
can.
weak, surprisingly, you know, of all sites, because they went top floor.
That's true. On this particular site, they might have been able to employ a different operator to greater effect.
The lack of smoke might come back to bite them, but, you know, defense is right into that. They've said, you know what, we'll bring our own smoke.
Attackers have discovered the location of
Even
the
the
bomb.
correct smoke.
Yeah, well, it's Kat. She knows what she's doing with smoke, even if she barely plays him. Now we'll
Attackers
see
have
how
located a
effective her
bomb.
actual
10
smoke
seconds
gameplay
left
is,
before
but she knows
insertion.
him in theory.
5 seconds
The
left.
attackers had better not let it get down to 30 seconds again, or they will have lost the round.
Attackers have
It
recovered
seems
their
Kat's
diffuser.
decided to employ
Attackers are
the I
heading
will
out
sit
to
in the
defuse
bathtub
bomb.
strat, and
Attackers
see how
dropped
that
the
works out.
diffuser.
Now this can be, if this is read by the attackers, a quick push and a couple of flashbangs, which they have 6 with them, coming out from the attackers, would shut this down in its tracks.
God, that's a
Akers
lot of
once again
flashbangs.
starting off with the droning, and Ash is trying to figure out how she wants to approach up top.
Did Ash get the exterior camera?
I did not see. Guess we can check with the alright, let's see. Nope, it looks like the exterior camera's
Nope,
still in
exterior
play.
camera is intact.
That's a
That
lack
may
of map
prove to be a
knowledge.
miscalculation.
Alright, but it seems he might know about the smoke, or she just wants to push in from the window. We'll see what the law is thinking about here. Oh, I don't know if he knows the smoke's location. Did the smoke actually hear? Oh, at least that mirror as
Based
well.
upon what I'm observing, I do not think that the Ash is aware.
Ooh, that mirror is gonna hurt Mira herself. That effectively rendered the other mirror window she had set up completely useless. All they have to hold is that angle from afar, and they can shut down any mirror play. Oh, looks like a gunfight might be coming out.
It appears that the Ash is going to be droning. I think the smoke will be found quite shortly.
We'll see here.
Yep.
Oh, and it drops in, and the smoke is she's still on her cams.
Doesn't
I
know.
don't think Smoke knows. We see a quick Ash kill here. Oh, we have an interesting view. No gun. Well, you know, Ash might know some Krav Maga.
Just gonna kill the smoke with her bare hands. That's the fate given the one who uses the ashes of her family as a weapon.
Once again, this is an esports ready game, and it seems like both mirror windows are out of play. Ooh, and Smoke has been lit up in some
But
sort
the
of
timer is
gunfight.
ticking down. We are under 50. We are under a full minute.
Oh, but it looks like the hit finally spotted out the mirror. That's going to be a lot of pressure coming in. But Graf has readjusted his angle. Oh, she's on her drone. If Mira reads this, Nope! He looks away at the last second and charges
Oh.
into the Ash's gunfire!
That hurt.
Alright, we're coming down now to the final attacker round. Now, what the Mutes really need to make this a competitive fight, they need to switch this up. They need to take this win so that they're only down 3-2 going into attack themselves.
Grav flexing back. Oh, never mind. I was about to say flexing back onto Frost, but nope, it's going to be flexing back onto Alibi.
And Twitch comes out from Kanker this time. Nope, never mind. You know, they just don't want us to pick. It seems Cat has decided now he'd rather be the Mira. And meanwhile, Eli has decided he's going to pick onto the Vigil, which I don't think I've ever seen him play.
I'm aware of him playing. I recommended that he unlock Vigil, and he has had great success with Vigil in the past, but I have not.
Nope, I remember now. He was talking about his
swapping
KD
onto Twitch
being a 3.5 because of the few times he played him.
This is an interesting team comp.
Defenders,
It seems
protect
they've
your
read
bombs
into the
from being
fact that they
defused
can't
by
defend
attackers.
Garage anymore, and he doesn't feel the need for a hard breach on any of those sites. Alright, now it seems that they are still going, though, for that master bedroom hold. It didn't work out so well for them last time, but, you know, maybe the change in the operator playing the mirror was just what they needed. We'll see what happens. This site is generally considered the least viable of the sites on Chalet, but this matchup is a unique one for many reasons, so maybe they'll pull it out.
Huh, rather than try and prevent it, they opened up that bathroom wall
Attackers have
entirely
located a bomb.
themselves.
10 seconds to
It's an
insertion.
interesting decision.
Seems they might be thinking about having the Vigil
5
play
seconds left
bathroom and
before
try and make the
insertion.
drones have a harder time.
Attackers
Nope, they are
recovered.
deciding that was a
Attackers
horrible
objective
idea.
is
Why
to
did you do
defuse
that,
the bomb.
Eli? Cats decided to get rid of it entirely.
What I would have been inclined to think.
Yeah, nope,
Nope,
never
nope.
mind. This team really believes. Oh, and just missing that drone. You know, we see the Law. It seems like he's going to be setting up for the same take. I think he wants to do a bathroom push, but the Twitch. Oh, that's got a sting,
Ooh.
taking out that Miro window. Oh, and Kanker knows that he just caused some havoc. Yep, it seems the Law is indeed going for that bathroom push again.
It worked to great effect last time. I can see why it would be his first instinct to go for it again. He does not seem to be aware that that wall has been opened. Now he is. And he backed right off upon seeing that.
Oh, like we might have some sort of flank coming out from the Vigil. He's set up on the other side, running the laser sight. Interesting choice on the Vigil, considering it will give away your position, even while cloaked from drones.
But notably, Grav tends to run the laser on most of his automatic primaries, whereas I generally would not. So it's at least in keeping with his usual strategies, if not necessarily advisable.
Oh, it seems that they do have some information on this climb coming up. Oh, she's running the C4. I think she's waiting for the push in there. Oh, and the Twitch drone sees it. Not quite sure what the plan was there.
Cover me! Reloading!
I gotta get some mirror practice in later.
Oh, maybe you can take some notes from this gunfight.
Sure.
Alright. Visual take some shots, I think from behind. I think Ash is still holding that rotate. That's really coming back to bite them. But I think he reads this, and he's looking for the Ash, and she's not there. She's in. She somehow went through the rotate, and she's playing their own mirror against them. And meanwhile, the Twitch jumps in for the kill.
With that Hamas.
And Cat cleans it
Oh.
up with a quick double spray from the Vector. It looked like there might have been some
Jesus.
friendly fire on the Ash from the Twitch, bringing him down low health. And there's that spray. Kanker's gotta be feeling like he got that headshot.
Beast of a gun.
Seems that was the change they needed to take that defense round, but now they're on to attack. They brought this into
I
a
am fully
3-2.
predicting a Blackbeard in Ying.
Blackbeard. I would expect some smokes. I'm sure Cat is begging Eli to bring some smokes right now. Oh, but they do need the hard breach.
Hibana.
I think they
That's
expect the
correct.
garage.
I forgot that Grav had access to Hibana.
Yep, and it is indeed a garage play, and it looks like Kanker's going to be the one actually pulling out the Valk. He's been seeing all this other Valk play. Nope, never mind.
Looks a little roamer heavy, but we'll see.
I think they might be expecting some level of smoke and Ying play, and they want to bring the Jaeger to shut it down. Or we could see a 6-pick to that Valk. That was what he employed last round with the Twitch, where he picked her and then swapped off his 6-pick. Yep, there's that 6-pick to the Valk. Yep, he's been seeing all that other Valk play, and he said, I've been playing Valk for a while now. I want to turn 2. This is his chance to show what he's got.
Since it is indeed a garage push, we will see if he'll utilize that cam that can overlook garage for a quick nitro.
Indeed, we'll see if he even knows about the throw from the windows. Alright. Attackers are going to be doing the typical reinforced garage, dedicating both people to reinforce one hat. Nope, the Vigil has probably been told off by Kanker, saying, dude, I got this, go get hatches.
Probably some cursing going on in team chat that we have not heard.
It's all in Swedish, no one will understand it. Yep, they are indeed reinforcing the hatch.
Bomb located by attackers.
They seem dedicated to locking down garage as much as possible.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Did Kanker realize he thought about using that angle a few times on his own attacks and doesn't want it used against him?
5 seconds to go.
We'll follow the log's Vigil around. Now, he had a good couple rounds on attack. Currently the highest fragger in this match, going 5-1. We'll see if he can keep up the fragging with Vigil. Seems he's not quite sure where he wants to take his roam. He's going to check his cams, see if he can get any intel. And these Valk cams are very similar to the ones we saw from the Mutes on their defense.
Indeed.
Speaking of the Mutes,
they did not spend the time in the lab that we did with the previous Valk main.
Alright, and it now seems that they're probably planning on this garage push, but they picked the wrong spawn, or they just want these exterior camps. Either way, they're taking quite the route to garage.
It's a scenic route. They're just feeling that confident.
They wanna trick someone. Actually, it seems a breach charge was set up at some
misdirection.
Some other point on the map, and now they're going to be going for this garage push. And Vigil seems to have rotated back to garage.
It's an interesting strategy. If it were me, I would have set up the breach charge and detonated after placing the pellets. But it's an interesting strategy, nevertheless.
Both Vigil and Valk have decided to hold up in the wine cellar. Sure, we'll be hearing that garage get taken down any moment now. There it is.
Yep, there it is.
Alright, Valk sees those holes. She peeks it just for a second. Doesn't want to give too much away. Meanwhile, it seems like Cat's getting ready on the Ying. Ooh! Now, the question is, can they actually crouch through that? Because it looks like one of the pellets didn't detonate. I'd imagine so, but it's going to make a Candela flash in that much slower. Which, when you're dealing with something like Ying's Candela, is all the time you can get is what you need.
It's going to have to be lined up properly, thanks to that esports-ready game.
But I think we have Cat hoping for a... Oh, and she peeks some connector right as the Candela is thrown, but would have probably been a kill. Now might not be. But she's in, and she's causing some havoc, and Ela is able to pick up the frag on Kanker. It seems like the Vigil is deciding now, can he clutch this 1v2? Seems like the plant is going down right now from Grav. Cat's just holding in connector. She is waiting.
She is thirsty for that kill.
Vigil realize she's there is the real question. Now he knows the diffuser's probably been playing on garage. He's going to impact out to give him a better rotate in. See if he can get some level of view into the room. And Cat gets up, and she jumps over the barrels to take out the kill. This is why they banned Cat's Jing last game.
This is exactly why we did. And now the score is tied.
Alright. Now let's see if we can get some strong plays back from the Swedes.
Seem to have a dominant attack, but they seem to be struggling a little bit more on defense.
I think we're going to be seeing something. They're definitely deliberating on how they want to handle this. They've also decided to go for that bedroom and office hold. Interesting decision, considering how weak that site is. Oh, it seems they might be thinking about some nitros from below with the pulse. Kanker's pulse is definitely something to watch out for. It's been one of his most preferred operators lately. but it seems he's going to six-pick
exactly
off of
why
it.
I EMP'd him.
Oh, and Kat was planning on stopping that pulse, but she's still going to have a lot of fun because that's a Vigilant of Valk. Easy pickings for Kat despite IQ's recent nerfs.
Bet you anything that is an LMG IQ right
Attackers
there.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
Bet you're right. No, it's the Commando.
Huh?
Seems they are done memeing.
On that.
We also have the Type 89s seeing a resurgence again from Greg, even though he's very fond of that supernova. But it seems he's the one that's decided, I'm going to bring stuns this time. Those breach charge didn't really help me out. But without Kat's Ying, I might need to be the ones checking in some form of stuns.
For two mute individuals, there is a surprising
Attackers have
degree of
located a
team
bomb.
cohesion.
10 seconds remaining.
Meanwhile, Kanker going around trying to figure out where he wants to set up his cameras. It
5
seems he
seconds
hasn't
left.
found a single black eye yet. Well, he sees the default cam's already there, but he said, you know,
Attackers
when
have
that gets
recovered
shot,
their
I want
defuse.
my own backup.
Attackers' objective is to defuse a bomb.
The redundancy can be its own virtue. Oh.
Seems they might be getting some exterior cams.
Defender has
Nope,
left the
it didn't quite go
designated
where he
staging area.
wanted.
Defender
And
is
now they know
exposed.
the Valk is the one in play. She's gonna barricade that. You know, that's not getting fixed. Next time,
Gonna
maybe.
pretend that no one saw that.
But of course, we have an IQ, so it's unlikely it didn't go. Ooh, and a little low again, but you know. Visual's gonna be checking out these cams, wondering exactly what the plan was, but you know, maybe he can make them work. You know, it seems that they have decided to just go in for that balcony take. Cat has spotted out the black eye already.
No doubt communicating, given that he has stopped moving for a moment. That is a black eye down.
Seems Cat really has become fond of this new skin she picked up, USA Winter. Running it on every gun we've seen so far.
Already scanning. I'm out! Scanning for electronic devices.
Ooh, and the Vigil's playing around here. If his gadget is in play, this would have been a wall bang, but it doesn't look like it is. Spared from death.
Detected a bomb.
She sees those double cams in play. She's wondering what she's looking at too. Doesn't quite realize she can't soft wall that. It's on the other side of a hard wall. No, she's still shooting at bricks. And
Dedication.
she fell. Alright, and
no one
Hib
saw that.
is gearing up. Ooh, she would have had the feed. She was watching that angle for so long, but right as she goes up is when Kanker walks right by and swaps into the bathroom.
She's taking a look again.
Kanker wants this kill. He is ready for this IQ. And there's that nitro! Oh, and she shoots it out of the air and manages to down Kanker in the process. What a shot from Cat.
And even a rotate out of there. We'll pretend that was calculated.
She knows she has him down. Points are enabled. This isn't quite Pro League.
Spotted a bomb.
And she sees the Vigil in play over there. She knows she's safe to jump in. And that Valk is taken out immediately. She's just tracking this Vigil. She's probably giving pings to her teammate right now.
Located a
Well, the Vigil knows the one's in bathroom. The other's pushing from the door. He's got this down to 27 seconds. There is still a chance. He can get one of these picks and prevent that defuse from going down. Oh, but nope, he gets distracted by the window breaking just as Cat comes around the corner with the pistol out. That's two
Having
IQ
his
pistol
gadget
kills.
activated was a poor decision in that instance.
Well, it could be that he didn't quite realize there was an IQ on the board. Reminder, that was 6 picked.
That's
It
true.
might not have been
That could
revealed
have
in
been-
time for him to realize.
That could have been the case, given that. But in that particular instance, that real-time location was exactly what Cat needed to secure that victory.
Dude. It seems they've decided, no, that top floor, yeah, that's the worst site in the map. Let's go back to garage. Make this plan work somehow. Will we see
Kanker
it?
seems to be giving some real consideration to his defensive pick, a dock.
It seems he really wants to hold those angles. He wants to win those gunfights, but he also wants that cam. I wouldn't be surprised to see a bulletproof cam in play from that dock.
Not at all.
Of course, we might see this also 6-pick to something to deny that hard breach. Maybe they just don't want them to realize they're in
Oh.
garage. Nope. Back to the
Six pick back
Valk.
over to Valk.
Meanwhile, this time it seems that the mutes are pretty happy with their choices. The IQ worked out for one
Attackers need
round,
to
but they're
locate
not
and
going to
defuse
bank
as
on
many
that. They want to
bombs
go
as
back
they
to
can.
that Ying play, which worked
Absolutely.
out on their last garage push. Why won't it now? Follow Kenka around, see what sort of cams he sets up this time, if he pulls similar strats. Looks like he's thinking about setting up one here just to watch that garage directly, which might very well be in play in order to know when that Ying is doing her push. Alright, seems he also wants to set up a cam to watch for that blue flank.
5 seconds to go.
And the last cam, it might be in the low. No, he's coming for the hatch here.
Attackers have located a bomb. Attackers
He still has
recovered
one
the
cam to
diffuser.
set up, and he's
Attackers
out of
are
prep
moving to
time.
defuse a bomb.
Meanwhile, the Vigil
Such
has
is the
posted
life
up in
of a
library. They've left site completely undefended, which means if the attackers were able to drone in... Nope, it seems the Valk has... Nope, she's still above site. If they've droned in and realized this... Ooh, you're a little low there, Eli. He is losing pellets left and right. Not gonna be happy about that. It seems that he's showing this to his Ying, wondering what quite happened here. Not his fault, he assures you.
As a frequent him player, I'm inclined to agree. Especially for that top one.
My guess would be it hit against some part of the tree or maybe the snowmobile on the way across.
They want
See
that
you on the other
entrance.
side.
Oh, will they be able to get through with such a haphazard construction?
Yes, it seems that they will.
Oh, and the Valk's watching that angle, and that shot's come out, almost getting the head of the hib.
Lights on!
But no damage is quite traded, and the Ying has just decided now it's her turn to go in, and she blinds her teammate as always. And there's that run right in. Oh, but the Vigil was playing from the stairs, and a Nitro Cell chucked, but Ying is still at full health. Oh, and meanwhile, Vigil picks up the kill on the grab. But what a cost, he is very low on health. And meanwhile, we have this Deagle war going on against the LMG, and the superior fire of the LMG wins out.
Sometimes you just need more bullets downrange.
Alright, now we'll see what happens here. All Candelas have been used up. That's a 1v1. Both players at relatively low health. But the question is, does she realize
Minimal
where the Vigil is
utility remaining
playing?
on the board.
He has rotated right off onto blue. Question is whether she knows that or whether she knows she's walking into a trap. Oh, and the Vigil wins this gunfight.
It is tied again. Excellent read on the part of the Vigil.
Alright, going into round 9. Now the garage is off the board, and they haven't had any success with the other site. Let's see if they finally realize that maybe they should be going for kitchen and trophy. Bars and barn gaming if they're feeling
Hibana and
gutsy.
IQ again.
Seems like she might just want to scare that
Nope.
Vigil away. I think we might be seeing a 6-pick to IQ again to shut down that Vigil play. And we've just
It
seen
would not
Valk
surprise
play.
me.
IQ would be a very strong pick just to shut down all of their options.
I think
once
we
again
will be
thinking
seeing a
about that
6
pulse.
pick onto IQ.
I think we might once again. Let's see if Kanker has decided, that 6-pick to Valk, it's pretty readable. They know it's coming. I'm just going to stick this pulse. Or if he picks something else entirely. Nope, once again to the Valk, but the IQ
Yep.
6-pick indeed. And once again, they're trying for that bedroom office hold. Interesting decision. Not one I'd condone. I don't think it's been working out well from either team. The one time we've seen that site won was from a impressive clutch from the Mira, playing from an open Mira window.
Bomb located by attackers.
It seems like they're going to be dedicating that same south side camera they had last time. Well, a couple missed shots on the drone. They get it eventually.
5 seconds to go.
And the other one is hiding behind the pot, but I think, yep, Kanker knows it. He wants this shot. The drone is playing peekaboo, but he wins the shot. He still hasn't thrown out a single can. Maybe he should have spent some of the prep phase doing that instead of going for drones. Then we're going to see this run-out cam. Maybe he'll get it on where he wants this time?
Operation.
Well, it's hard to tell whether he made it to the tree or not. They're just watching for that angle. They know that this cam is coming. They saw that door get opened. They were expecting a run out of some sort. Oh, and Eli gets the shot! Just a little late on throwing out that cam. This will put the Vigil into a dangerous early 1v2 situation. And with an IQ on the board, they will know his position even if he tries to use his gadget. Kanker disappointed that his cam didn't quite land where he wanted. That caused the hesitation that we saw. Looks like they're just going to push in from the front. Vigil's getting ready. He has set up his... He doesn't know about this IQ, but IQ misses the shots, and he's able to spray her down, and he's about half health. So he's now left in a 1v1 gunfight, essentially, and it's going to come down to probably who's the better fragger. And with both of these operators having relatively strong secondary SMGs, this could be a close fight. And the hip season, and manages to land the shots! But
with the Type 89.
Quite a bit of damage in the process. That is just the damage of the Type 89 winning out in the end.
The Mutes have once again pulled ahead, heading into potentially the final round.
Yep, they're on to match point. And we'll see. If the Swedes want to stay in this, they have to take this round. It's the only way to guarantee overtime. And once they get overtime, if they win the coin toss onto the attack, you might see a comeback from the Swedes. It seems attack has been favored by both teams this matchup. Oh, and we've finally seen a swap off of that top side. They think they finally realized, no, not quite the site for me. Let's go bar gaming.
But is that decision too late?
Yeah, indeed, without having any real time to set up any sort of strats for that site. We'll see what they come up with on the fly. Once again, will we be seeing that 6 pick to the Valk, or are we finally going to get a bit of a surprise from Kanker? A Doc! Alright, it seems he wants to play those long angles, he wants that bulletproof cam, and meanwhile Cat has said, this IQ's working out, I'm tracking him pretty well, I may have lost that one gunfight, but you know, maybe I shouldn't have memed with the pistol so hard.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Vigil seems to not quite realize his impact is needed. He wanted to just run away first. He decided to dedicate both impacts. Interesting strat, considering there is indeed that hatch in play, which you commonly see impacted, so that you can play it from above. Looks like he knows a drone's nearby. He's been tracking it with his little gadget. Almost taking his Kanker in the foot a little bit, but you know, Kanker has those stims. Maybe he didn't mind.
10 seconds remaining.
Seems they're a little confused about what to reinforce. They finally settle on this eastern wall. Nope. Vigil says, nope, I need a roam. I don't have time for this. I'm gone. It's like he wants to set up on the library. He realizes there are indeed hatches in play. But will he have enough time? This is going to be a late reinforces. If they rush library, he's in trouble. And it looks like the IQ is indeed coming up to library. This could be a very quick kill. He sets up that claymore. Oh, is she gonna push? No, it seems she doesn't actually plan on pushing library. She just wanted that claymore in place. Look at the cam though. Those run out. She wants to shut down just the run out potential. And she sees some gadgets in play. It looks like, oh, she realizes someone is on their cams up top. She has decided now indeed is the time for that library push. You don't often see it, but I can indeed see when people are on their little cell phones. Seems to be coming in handy because she has spotted this out many times. Ooh, they're so close to one another, but dude, they realize it. Yeah, I think that potentially give away our position here if he decides to go for one of these gadgets.
Bomb located.
Nope, she instead just decides to drop, and the risky drop, and she's just too tunnel visioned on the gadgets, and that becomes an easy cleanup for Kanker. Meanwhile, the Vigil decides to peek the same angle, trying to set up figure out where things are happening. Kanker manages to build himself up. Perhaps he took a little bit of damage.
Worse situations before.
They know that his push is coming from there. Now, will we see a run out from that Vigil? In which case, that IQ trainer could come back into play. But oh, Kanker just wins the gunfight outright with the ACOG.
Tied, bringing it to overtime.
And we'll see who wins the coin toss. I believe whichever team gets the attack is probably in the running to take this entire game. But we'll see who gets attacked first. And it looks like the Swedes are the ones on defense first.
That's rough.
Now, they do have Garage opened up back to them, which they might choose for. Or they might decide, you know, that bar gaming hold, I think we did an okay job. I was able to play some long angles with that ACOG. That Doc surprise pick came in handy. Seems Grav has decided, you know, they might not be Garage. That HIV didn't help me out. I'll take the IQ. Let Cat get back on that Ying, but they are indeed Garage. This might hurt them. And a Bandit. I don't know if that was selected by Kank or if that was assigned to him. It seemed there was a bit of a delay in terms of him picking an operator.
Difficult to call.
Considering it is Garage, that Bandit could very well be intentional, but we will see. Ooh, Cat bringing out that Blitz. She just wants this win. And the Valk back onto the Valk from Kanker. We'll see if this works out a little better.
We are seeing a full German rush.
Now, as we can see, the scoreline is pretty even between the two teams. It seems that the Swedes have 2 up in terms of kills, but at the end of the day, it's number of rounds that matter, and that's where they are tied. Interesting to see Grav at only 4 and 7. Normally you would expect him to be fragging out a little bit more. It looks like Cat's just been getting all those kills before he can. And for all their talking before between the Swedes, it seems indeed that Kanker might not be the better Swede. We'll see if we get any trash talk after the match between these two.
5 seconds to insertion.
Of course, part of that has to do with their operator picks. Vigil is
Attackers
much better for fragging out, as is
Attackers'
that Ash.
is to locate a bomb.
Meanwhile, Kanker was the one landing all of those plants. He's been playing mostly support operators, but when he has to frag on that dock, he was able to do the job. Now the mutes are probably now realizing that, oh, it's Garage, we still have this IQ, we didn't bring the HIB for once. Let's push in from the side. We have the singular doorway, we might be able to make this work with the Blitz. They don't know we're coming. Oh, they want to push from the adjacent garages. They're going to go from the double garages. We'll see if this works out for them. Cat, of course, will be the one face checking in. And now she just charges right in. She is a Blitz. She's not too worried about her enemies right now, although that Valk Nitro Cell could spell a lot of trouble. And
but in a 2v2, Blitz has a distinct
bomb located
advantage.
by attackers.
The question is, Kanker normally sets up a camera in this position. Did he this time, and does he know? Does he even know that they are just completely in sight? It looks like they just have full sight. Cat's just gonna cover for Grav while Grav goes for this plant. I don't think they know.
It's the smart play.
Attackers are
And the plant just goes down just like that, and now Cat says, alright, plant's down. Oh, that was a quick nitro slow. Good thing Cat kinda got stuck on some crates, so that might have spelled disaster. She's just gonna hang out in wine cellar. Wait for them to push right past her. Meanwhile, Kanker's trying to figure out, well, what exactly angle can I take here? I don't have a lot of options at my disposal.
Does Kanker know that Cat is still lurking in the wine cellar? He's about to. Or not.
He just runs right past it.
Does not know.
He's prone. But did he see the shield in the corner? Yes, he did indeed. And they're both going for that blitz. Kanker decides he's got the knife kill. He gets that, but they're very low on time. I don't think they can get the defuse. It's going to be close. Oh, and attackers managed to win the round. Ooh, if he had been a couple seconds faster on that diffuser, I think that might have been in their favor. And a single defense win is huge at this point in the match.
Yep.
Alright, now we get to see the Law return to his Ash. Now, will he get to be a no-brain, all-aim Ash main once again? Or do you think the mutes have finally figured out a counter-strat to put down his Ash? Wine Cellar Garage is probably the very predictable site that we saw. It seems both teams are really deliberating who exactly do we want to put in play here. And Cat has decided to bust out that Maestro for the first time. She only received this operator today. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly her plan is. And Kanker's realized they're probably going Garage.
Italians.
Yeah, I think Kanker has realized they're probably going Garage. Hib's been having some pellet troubles, and you know, Garage, it's a thermite site. Let me go thermite. I'm gonna just blow that wide open. Oh, nope, he's six-picking off to hip. And that's six-pick to mute. That might spell some trouble because they don't have anything to deny it. And as we saw last time, the law didn't quite realize that his breach charges can be fired under the drone hole.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Alright, we'll follow Kat around, see what exactly she's gonna do with her evil eyes. Seems she's still running the Keratos, it's just the love for that revolver. Which is interesting considering when we saw her in Alibi earlier, she was running the Bailiff.
Bomb
And again, I
located
don't
by
even know if she
attackers.
had proper time to really set up her dare. Ooh, this is an interesting Maestro Evil Eye. Seems they want to be able to have cams set up on both potential avenues of attack that the attackers seem to favor the most. And it's been interesting to see in this match that essentially, barring the Ash that's been in play, but even in terms of considering that huge as a gadget, because it is an Ash, reinforced walls and soft walls tend to be playing similar roles because it's been hard breaches that have been brought, and soft destruction hasn't been in play.
And Kat is locking herself into that wine cellar.
It seems she just wants to play the Meister strat of I have cams. She tries to play this Meister like an Echo. We'll see if this works out for her. And she just wants to try out the laser. You know, this is her first time really getting to use Maestro. She wants to see what it's got.
First time we've seen Maestro in this match. It's an outside pick. We'll see how it goes.
Now, these defense wins are very, very important. And if they manage to win this here, the Mutes will take the match. I think the Law has decided he wants to go for some vertical pressure again. He wants to push in from the top. He just wants to get in the building. If he can get himself all the way down, he can have a lot of fun. The question is how much...
from all the way up top is a significant investment of time.
Oh, and Kanker manages to throw his drone right into a Meat Jammer. He hops right in and decides, you know what? I have eyes. I'm going to take out this Meat Jammer. I'm going to get this hatch. I want to be back in the action.
Clear.
Meanwhile, Mute's just been anchoring. It seems they've decided, you know what? Our roam games haven't been too effective. These have been very strong side pushes. I'm just going to anchor as hard as I can, which in a 2v2, probably the smarter decision.
Absolutely. In a 2v2, you're essentially looking at that late game status right from the beginning of the match.
Of course, there is something to be said if either of these teams had decided to employ the dirty spawn peeps. They truly have upset
No, they
the
seem
balance.
to have elected to be fairly honorable in their use and restraint in terms of tactics.
When droned it out, Ash realizes
Certainly
that she
more
can just
honorable
drop
than
right
I
in.
might have been.
She wants to control this hatch, and she does have control of this hatch. I think they're trying to figure out where exactly are these defenders playing. Those Mute Jammers are proving to be more trouble than they expected. Oh, and they'll spot out one of the Mutes in the
And
wine
we
cellar.
are at less than a minute.
It looks like... Ooh, Kanker has his hatch set up. He wants this kill. He's waiting. Oh, does he see the tip of the foot? He does, and he drops and goes for it, and he gets the down, and that's a quick kill, leaving Kat all on her lonesome.
Less than 30 seconds in the match with both attackers facing an LMG.
And there's still those evil eyes on the board, which may make this plant a little bit more difficult than they hoped for. And the Ash is in. Does she see this
15
evil
seconds to
eye?
go.
It's hard to tell.
With 15 seconds on the clock, we
They're
need to
trying
get
to
either
sort this
getting
out,
a kill
and we
or
see the
plan.
plant going down, and the tasing, and the Ash is not shooting the Maestro cam for some reason. Oh, she finally does it, but look at the health on Kanker. And now Kat opens up her little closet, and she just starts spraying all of the LMG, and she gets a kill. Oh no, she gets one down, and is the other one down? No, but she just prone. Oh, and Kanker gets the shot. Ooh, what a
It is
headshot.
tied again, going into the final overtime match point.
Seems like expected, the attack rounds have once again been the winning rounds. Let's see if this trend continues, or if the Swedes finally say, you know what, we figured it out, and managed to stop this attack in its push. And Kat has decided, you know what, the blitz didn't work out for me,
Monty!
but the idea behind the shield is very solid. I will beat the defense. I think we'll be seeing that 6-pick to a Monty. I think she wants to scare them with the lion and then 6-pick off onto that Monty afterwards.
She
And meanwhile,
wants a
Grav
thick Frenchman, one way or the other.
has decided, you know what, I want that hard breaching capability back. They're probably going garage. Kanker, once again, busting out that dock. Now, will we see it 6-pick to Valk like he's also prone to do, or will he finally bring out that pulse he's been teasing all along? But at least we have one consistent player in this game, and that is the Law. Ludwig is very solid on his choices. Kills seem to have evened out quite a bit between both teams, with 3 players at 8 frags.
No 6 picks this time.
Seems they have settled in. They are out for
Attackers
blood.
need to locate
They don't
and
need
defuse
any
as many
cheeky
bombs as they
mind
can.
games. They just want to get the job done and go home with the win.
Cat has decided to go full cancer.
Well, we saw a blitz on last attack. So she said, that's hard to top. I know, I'll go
Attackers have
line.
located a bomb.
And we'll see how Kanker's dock plays out. Last time we saw him bring out the dock, he was able to get quite some nice headshots onto both the HIB and the IQ from the mutes. He hears that drone and he wants to know, where is it?
10 seconds left.
Oh, but it seems both drones are destroyed, so I'm
5
not quite sure
seconds
what he
to go.
heard. Setting up a pretty typical bulletproof camera, he wants to be able to
Attackers
watch
have
that
recovered
garage,
their
and it seems he
diffuser.
wants to play
Attackers'
from
objective is
blue,
to defuse a
and just
bomb.
peek out as garage goes down. Nope, never mind, he's switching over, maybe connector? Hard to tell.
I would have thought that blue might have been a more solid choice if he was expecting that garage push.
Of course, if they switch it up and go with a wine cellar push, then of course it'll be a
Then
bit more
he is
difficult.
black and blue.
Meanwhile, we see the HIB setting up. Now, will she get those X-Caruses to not fall apart? And that's the first time I think we've seen those bottom X-Caruses work out in her favor. But the middle one managed to fail, and she loses one. What is the plan now?
Enough to pass through, but not quite as cleanly as before.
Knock knock.
She's decided, you know what, I'm just going to save the last one. I might need to do some touch-up afterwards.
And Doc was still in.
Oh, and Doc's ready. He takes those shots.
Yep.
Managed to land only one bullet, though, onto the HIB. And manages to land none. That mistake on the X-Caros saves the line just barely. Because all of the bullets start hitting onto the garage. Oh, but a nice clean headshot on the HIB. And this is looking bad for the
Doc read that
mutes.
correctly.
Just using the information from his camera. He's going to stim himself up, check his camera one more time. Line is still there. He's going to go for that free fire. Oh, the line managed to rotate off at just the last second. Oh, and suppressing fire comes out from Cat. She really likes those high capacity mag sizes. Oh, she's playing again, but this time there's that line charge, but he just wants the free fire. He peeks out, and he managed to get the kill. The Swedes will take the game with a defensive win. Seems like that dock was just the swap they needed to really pull this all together.
Absolutely. After experimenting with it earlier in the match, teasing it several times, it is what finally took the game.
And it seems Kanker really did want to be the MVP, so he gets no trash talk from the Law, getting up to those 10 kills with just that final round. Alright, now we'll pop back into voice and we'll see what these guys have to say.
Hello.
Alright.
Victory!
Nice, good games, guys. That was fun to watch.
Fuck it.
Alright, let's we'll
Jeez.
let the winners say first. You know, any comments, any thoughts you guys had on the match?
Oh, fucking hell.
I mean, I know we are a team. We work together, but you know, I just
We're
want to
still comparing kills.
I just want to say, as a team player, I did all the hard work. I'm the best. From here on out, I am the only Swede. Harry can be like Denmark or something like that.
Oh, and now from the mutes, what did you guys have to say? Ooh, yeah, that cat.
No problem about the Cav. We both agreed to like instantly ban her.
One question that definitely stands out to me: why the repeated attempts at that bedroom and office hold from both teams? Because that is the worst site on the map, and yet both teams
Seriously, what the
decided to go for it.
Well, Mr. Castor, I don't know that. I never get to choose my sites. So
Well, Kat, any explanation from you? You've heard me complain about that site so many times. Yeah, it's still a bad site for Mira. I've told you that those Miras aren't good. Because that site's awful. Although you did have that very nice clutch with Mira.
oh right, the double kill. Oh, that was nice.
No, there were some
Double
great
kill.
plays. The Law busting out that Ashe first round and quickly cleaning up with a 2K. Seemed to be very attacker favored for the majority of the match, but there were important defensive wins when they were needed.
I'm still annoyed though, because you two ran in when we were playing Garage, and just like rushed it with Jing and whoever it was. I was playing Valley. Why the fuck didn't I use my Nitro? I realized that afterwards.
There was a moment where Cat shot one of your Nitro cells out of the air while down.
Oh right, I saw that.
That was fantastic. That was
just
on the
pressing. I realized that I could have easily got a 2K with that.
She was tracking the vigil the whole time.
Yeah, that person who played Twitch, like, I hate you.
You mean IQ?
IQ. It means IQ.
IQ, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
But like,
He shut you down.
I never realized that the person was playing IQ until I was already dead, and I saw the kid come Wallach.
That's what we figured. That's what we were talking about in the cast. You guys want me to put the video on YouTube or something and then I'll send it to you guys? Okay, I'll do
just
that.
at least have it in your Twitch VODs.
It's not. It wasn't streamed. It was.
Oh, okay. You can send it.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
So the other, Alex, do you have any questions? I had one. I forgot it, so I'm gonna think about it.
Nope.
Anything that stood out to you that you were confused about too?
Not really.
Oh yeah. Hey, Ludwig, do you know about shooting an Ash breach charge through that drone hole to take out a meat jammer?
What?
You mean a Garage?
Yep, on Garage, he could have fired an Ash breach charge to take out the meat jammer.
I
forgot about that too. I forgot about that too.
And then also, of course, there's the Evil Eye that you could have taken out with the breach charge. Interesting decision to go for that Maestro on the final round for the first time, Cat. Almost paid off for you. You were close to getting that second.
I was streaming at him for like 3 seconds to kill that Maestro, which was killing me.
No, she lost.
15 HP.
I didn't realize what it was. It's like, hey, why is that?
We watched that from there. We were talking about that. We said the tanker must be yelling at Ludwig right now.
Yup.
But it's like, shoot it. I was like, what? Wait, what? I'm supposed to shoot. And I look at it, it's like, wait a minute, what is that?
Why is there a laser beam going into him?
Look, because I thought that was that gadget from, the operator should like put in the wall and shoot like 3 grenades.
A fuse.
Yeah,
there was a fuse on defense.
That's attack.
Look, I thought it was that one. So it's like, oh man, there's no point I can destroy it. Like, it's gonna shoot 3 into the skip. Oh, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute. And it's like, so I didn't even know if you could kill it with the normal gun. I was like, I don't know, just shoot it.
They also that blitz plant they had. They just casually walked into the back of the site and planted at the door. Well, you guys were
I even had a cam.
Yeah,
I forgot about the cam, and Ludwig told me, like, I ska se en cam, they're just like walking into A. I'm like, what the fuck?
And we were wondering if you guys had seen it or not, but then you guys didn't play on anything on it.
Yeah.
That switch to gaming room definitely paid off, though, for getting to play that dock with the ACOG and just setting up those cameras to just keep quick peeking stuff. That's how you got both those rounds. That was a good switch. You never brought out that pulse you kept teasing the whole match.
I know. Just wanted to show the beautiful American face every round.
So, what did you guys think? Because you guys were playing on the Pro League formats, basically. I mean, there's a couple different minor changes that were different. Like, you guys had points and stuff. But, you guys had the 5 attacks and then 5 defense.
Yeah, that was the biggest difference.
Yeah, objective rotation. What'd you think of that?
It was
interesting.
Fun. Yeah.
I wasn't used to it, but I liked it, most because, especially for Ludwig, who's not used to the maps, it's a really good way to learn the maps when we're only 2, so he has to do like almost all the work, and he gets to play the same things over and over to actually learn the map.
Yeah, like, did you see me like at the last round? Like, I knew where the hatches was, where like, I knew it.
No, I mean, I personally like it. more too, because I think it lets you refine your strategies. You get to see, okay, what worked, what didn't on both sides.
Exactly.
Like, did this push work? Did this push not work? Did this defense work? Did this defense
Forget
not work?
about Office.
But no, that was a close match. You guys both put up a fight. I mean, it looked kind of one-sided at the beginning with the Swedes taking those quick attacker wins, but then you guys pulled it back, and the Mutes hit overtime first. They also hit match point first, so they almost had that.
We fucked up defense so much.
Yeah, defense on both sides was very weak. Probably because you guys kept going bedroom and office. Unholdable site.
Now I know that, okay?
Girl Kitchen Trophy, that's the best site on the map.
Also,
not the best site on the map, but it and Garage are the two best sites on that map.
When I saw that barricade in Office, I saw, oh, I can pick the barricade here, and she can't shoot me from here. If I start barricading, she shouldn't be able to shoot me then either. Nah, that was the case.
That was such a quick pick from the hip. We watched that.
It's just depressing.
Well, I'm gonna pop into proper multiplayer. So.
Okay, who's sticking around? Because we might have a 5-stack before you do that.
I'll be
What's
here.
the plan?
Yeah, I'm left.
Sorry, who's what's
I am here.
I'm still saying.
Grab's
Swedes
gotta
are here.
go,
Oh,
so
you
we
guys
do
actually
still
gotta
have...
go?
Okay.
Okay, let me end this. I'm gonna upload this onto YouTube. Alright, cool. Should be fun.
Yeah, I'm only gonna be around for a few, because there's some stuff I gotta do during the day, but...
Yeah, I should eat lunch soon too, and I've got a lot of stuff I gotta do during the day too. So yeah. Well, let me upload this up to YouTube first.
See you guys. Was fun games.
It was a lot of fun to watch too. That was a blast.